He creates a lot of offense from this defense.
We got Nahshon Garrett. He has a lot of offense as well, but he attacks from space. You see right there, gets that separation, explodes right through. He's a dangerous guy. You let him get away from you. He gets that space, makes you pay for it.
He doesn't want to be in tie-ups. He doesn't want to be grabbed. Corey Clark's going to try to get inside on Nahshon Garrett, who is a 4-time All-American. Clark, a 3-time All-American. These guys have been so good this year. Clark has only lost once. Garrett, in his first season at 133 pounds, has not lost yet, and he's been a bonus point machine. Nahshon Garrett is so quick. Corey Clark cannot blink, otherwise he might miss him.
And that's if he allows him to stay in space. Corey Clark wants to get his hands on him just like he's doing right now. I said whatever for Nahshon Garrett because I think he can do whatever he wants to do.
All right, trying to get in on that ankle, and Clark just trying to get back up to his feet to avoid Garrett getting inside. And look at this flurry right now. This is the athleticism of these two, and there's the first takedown for Nahshon Garrett.
It's a beautiful job there with Nahshon Garrett. You see, just relentless. He's snapping that head down, going for that spin behind, constantly moving forward on Clark, just overwhelming him with that speed.
You get the sense, though, this might be a matchup with these two particular wrestler styles. You might see a couple of flurries, and we might see some scramble situations in this one.
Well, you will, and if Corey Clark can stay off his back in the first period and keep it close right here, he'll be in a position that he wants to be in. You just don't want Nahshon Garrett to get out too far.
Good map return there by Nahshon Garrett, who's got 25 bonus point wins this season. That was tied for the most in 133 pounds. Well, you saw him trying to tilt Clark back to his back.
You see Nahshon, he was going for that cross-wrist roller. This is a dangerous spot for Clark to be. He was flat down on his stomach. That allowed Nahshon to attack that wrist. He's trying to cinch it up now if he can get it to that far hip.
A good hit by that time by Clark. That's what you got to watch for. Cross wrist tilt. Basically, Nahshon Garrett says that's his go-to move.
Oh, that's one of his bread and butter. He has great grip strength. Just locks onto that wrist there. He can really take you for a turn.
Speaking of grip, Clark has a good grip, and he wants to get his hands on you. He's got to stay, keep the hands, fight the hands, and he's got to keep the hands on him.
But Garrett, he loves the blast double, and you saw him attack from space right there. They were at the edge of the mat, and they went out of bounds, but that's exactly what Anthony was talking about when we talked about what Nahshon Garrett likes to do. He's a blast double type of guy.
If I'm Clark, if I'm not engaging or if I'm not tying up with Nahshon, as soon as I break that space, I got to make sure I'm staying low, keep my hands low, because I know what Nahshon's about to do. He's about to explode right into me from that space. So be wary of that, break the contact.
Corey Clark's a very good wrestler in all positions. It would be big for him if he could get a takedown here in the last 50 seconds of the first period.
Was the runner-up to Cody Brewer last season. Now a 3-time All-American is Corey Clark. And Clark is going to get tagged with a stall warning here. Garrett just trying to find angles. He loves to attack from space, as we told you. And Clark likes to get in on those 2-on-1s inside.
Take a look at the right side there. Nahshon's right hand. He's controlling that wrist of Clark. Clark is trying to tie up there, but Nahshon's winning the hand fighting.
Trying to get control of that ankle. Still did not get the takedown. We're trying to drag him back in bounds as wrestles at the edge of the mat. And a great job by Gilman to spin away and avoid the takedown.
That was huge for Clark, and if he can get the last 5 seconds, 2-1 is where Corey Clark wants to be.
Clark avoided that second takedown in that period in what was a very exciting first 3 minutes here.
You said Nahshon, he was in on that shot. Beautiful job there, but Clark just way to keep that whizzer nice and hard there. As soon as he lost it right, it was up to his feet, turned right in there. It's a nice job of defending it.
Clark's choice will be on bottom. We saw him escape once in that first period. But Garrett has really filled out nicely at 133 pounds. He was always very athletic, very much in shape, very lean. But he has filled out nicely. He stays in on the offense right after the escape by Clark. Tim, you said it. He cannot blink. As soon as he got the escape, Garrett was right back in on the offense for the takedown. There's the escape again there for Clark. They'll go out of bounds. Good flurry again. It was escape, takedown, escape. in a very short amount of time.
Well, Clark did a nice job on both escapes, but you can't blink with Nahshon Garrett because he was right back in on him. You mentioned Garrett coming up from 25. He not only looks better, he wants to be here. You know, after a few years at 125, you don't want to be there anymore. It just worked out better for Cornell last year, but he's at the weight class he wants to be at this year, and you can tell it makes a difference.
He's a California kid who came all the way up to New York to wrestle for Cornell. Outstanding wrestler in high school at Chico High School. This is the 4th time he's wrestled at Madison Square Garden this weekend. He's had a lot of trips to wrestle, whether it's unattached or in opens here at Madison Square Garden. 1:05 to go, second period. Back to center there go is our good buddy Jordan Burroughs, the 2012 gold medalist, the Pan Am Games gold medalist, will be competing for the United States in Rio this summer, talking about how much he likes to watch Nahshon Garrett. He's certainly one of the most exciting wrestlers in this entire tournament. He took down the defending 133-pound champion in the semis. He pinned Cody Brewer for the fastest pin of the tournament so far in 21 seconds yesterday. You want to talk about a blitz? Garrett just blitzed Brewer.
And you know how Clark got here. He had a buzzer beater at the end against Richards.
We saw Garrett trying to get in on that blast double and trying to maintain control of that right ankle of Gilman, who's now reaching for the right ankle of Garrett. He's got to try to close the gap here. Final 20 seconds. The flexibility of Gilman, or Clark rather, is going to be tested here. Iowa, remember, needs to get a win to make sure that they have a chance to podium, because they're still trailing Virginia Tech.
Real impressed with Clark's balance. Their incredible balance there. And what I was making, you've got to wrestle all 7 minutes or more to beat Corey Clark, because he's got that look in the eye and he's saying, I'm coming after you. Garrett is so talented, so athletic, and right now he's got a match on his hands. Clark has stayed in this thing.
Angel Rivera, who's considered to be one of the best officials in the country, talking to Corey Clark. He got hit with a caution there, going too early. Wrap up Garrett, who gets to his feet.
I was actually just about to touch on that, Tim. Garrett, he's been extremely offensive on his feet, going for those shots. Really kind of a Roman Clark on the feet, but it still is a close score here. So if I'm Clark, if I'm Iowa, I got to be happy right now with how close this match is, because they're still in it, and this is where he wants to be, close, low scoring.
Nahshon Garrett trying to become the 18th Cornell NCAA champion. It went a long time without a title, 1960 to 1994, and the recent run with Cornell and Rob Cole has been very, very impressive. They've won the EIWA, and Garrett specifically has won it 4 times in 4 years. Just the 4th ever Cornell wrestler and just the 10th in the EIWA history to win 4 titles. 5-3, Garrett has the lead. Riding time not a factor as we approach a minute from the 3rd.
Garrett's backing up here. Clark taking territory here in this 3rd period. He really needed to get to the feet anyway and to win this match.
I'm trying to swipe at Garrett. And did we get a stall call? We did. Stall call against Garrett. Clark gets the point.
That was the correct call right there, and that's what the new rules call it. You're backing out in that area. Now there's that blast. That's what Garrett needed to do.
Lives for the blast double. And Nahshon Garrett with another takedown. And now trying to maintain control of Clark near the edge. So strong to bring him down. Clark trying to roll through. And a good body lock by Garrett to make sure Clark can't escape there. Regains control. Excellent ride here by Garrett. And close to out of bounds they go. It's a mat return because Garrett maintains his position inbounds. And now it's going to be another stall call on Garrett. So Clark gets a point. This is the takedown off the blast double a moment ago.
It's a beautiful job there, Nahshon Garrett. Again, creating that space. He lowered his level down, blasted right through, got that penetration, exactly the shot he was looking for.
Rob Cole not happy with that stall call against Garrett. He felt that the motion was still going forward for Garrett. That's 3 stall calls against him. He's lost 2 points because of it.
I'll tell you, I like the guts of both these wrestlers. They're giving it everything they got. Just look at their faces.
Again, he's 5 seconds away from riding time as well. Clark gets the escape. So riding time is not a factor. Clark has to hurry. Nahshon Garrett is going to do it. He has been waiting 4 long years, and Nahshon is a national champion. Back-to-back disappointments in the finals for Corey Clark, and Nahshon Garrett finishes off an unbeaten first season at 133 pounds. Career win number 149. Only Mac Lunas will go down in Cornell history with more wins than Nahshon Garrett. He had 150. Garrett closes with 149. Let's go to Quint.
Nahshon, congratulations. I know you want to join your fans. How do you best describe your blast double that won that match for you?
I wish I would have hit it more times in the match. I got it. I'm happy that I won, but unfortunately that's not the way I like to win. And but I'm glad that it happened the way it did.
Can you put it in perspective? The gold trophy's yours now.
It's amazing. It's what I dreamed about. No words can describe the moment and the feeling. I wrestle with the glory of God, expressing it. And I wrestle one with God, and it just makes me peaceful and have clarity. And I just love expressing that truth and that life to people.
Dominating season. Congratulations. Adam.
Senior out of Chico, California. Went cross-country to win a title. He began wrestling when his friend took him to a practice in 7th grade. He was a bench player on a football team, and he was a 3rd-string wrestler. But when he picked it up and beat one of his school's best, he decided that that's when he was going to wrestle. And what a run for Nahshon Garrett. Get to appreciate some of the emotion that Nahshon Garrett is feeling right now. Understandable. After a fantastic run at Cornell,